I've had some ups and downs, and what I really want to do is be able to ride the ups. I bought a bucket list motorcycle. There it is. Whiskey Fire in black, two-tone paint. Welcome to MCC Just Motos. Hey guys, it's Andy. Welcome to MCC Just Motos. Here it is. It is a 2025 Street Glide Ultra. And I have to be honest with you, this is a bucket list motorcycle that I was not ready to purchase. I was not ready to buy. Here's what's going on. If you guys have followed along my channel, you know I have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's a blood cancer. It's in my spleen, bone marrow, all sorts of things. I'm under some care right now. I'm going through some infusions, and the infusions seem to help right now. I am feeling positive, but I've had some ups and downs. And what I really want to do is be able to ride the up. And what I mean by that is I want to be able to do some bucket list things while I still have the ability to. I don't know how my long-term health will be, and while I love to live in the moment, I definitely need to do future planning, and I got to go ahead and do that, but I also don't want to have regrets in life. And what I really wanted to do, one of my major bucket list things, was be able to tour across the country, go to Key West, go all touring, and bring my wife along with me. And none of my bikes, had the capability to bring both my wife and myself on a big long tour. Just didn't have that ability. Problem is, these bikes are very, very expensive. They're very cool, and I'll talk about it more about this bike in some of my future videos, but I want to talk about my decision right now. So this bike is really expensive, and I just didn't have the capability set to purchase it as I wanted to. Really what it would mean is I'd have to give up certain motorcycles that I love with a super passion in order to get this. And because I've had some ups and downs, I've had a lot of time to think about it and just reflect on things. I decided I did not want to have regrets. So what that meant is I've had to sell some of the motorcycles that I've loved the best and mean the most. Hopefully I can get those again eventually, but in order to actualize being able to do the bucket list stuff, I had to make some hard decisions. And the first motorcycle I have sold is my 2024 Livewire Del Mar. It's an electric vehicle, and that motorcycle has meant so much because it's the most visceral, connected, most best feeling motorcycle I've ever ridden. It feels so great. So that hit hard. That was very, very hard to do. And the other motorcycle I just sold is another motorcycle I just purchased, which was a 2024 Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. That's hard because it was beautiful. I just customized it, had low miles. It was something my wife and I could roll on together, roll around town, roll kind of in a medium distance or a short distance, but not a long distance. The only way I could afford this was by trading those motorcycles in. And still, if that wasn't the case, got to give a big, huge shout out to Harley of Baltimore. Dino is my salesperson. We've worked together before. You can check her out in some of my other videos here. The owners were aware of my situation. The whole staff there is very cool and not a high pressure situation at all. Talking with the owner, he knew my situation. It was still a gap that was too far, and he goes to the finance folks and he says, make it work. So they made it work and made some situations and deals that I just really couldn't have done otherwise without their help. So I'm gonna again, a big, huge shout out to Harley of Baltimore. You got to check them out. They are really, really cool people. So traded it in, but it was not a smooth process as you think. I didn't get excited. I wasn't really ready to drop that kind of money. I wasn't ready to give these motorcycles I love, but it was a hard choice because this was really the only opportunity where I was able to make that decision, make that purchase, make that bucket list purchase, and then go ahead and feel confident enough where I think I can at least ride the highs for a long enough time where I'm able to do some of those bucket list things. No regrets. Living in the moment. I'm trying. I'm very, very trying. It was hard to do. And hopefully, eventually I can get some of those motorcycles again and be involved in that space as well. One of the other things that happened during the buying process is I got sick. Due to my cancer, I was nauseous, I had a fever, and it just wasn't the experience I wanted. The staff was very, very kind. It's like, get out of here, Andy. Just go, take care of yourself. I rode home, not really feeling great. Bike sat for a couple days before I could really ride again. But I have ridden it. My wife rode it with me, really enjoying it. There's a lot of technology, a lot of features. that I'm gonna go over in future videos. I have some really cool secret Easter eggs that I'm gonna go over on what makes this motorcycle so special and why I think it's one of the best purchases that you can make if you're looking into getting a Harley Davidson touring motorcycle. But let me show you the motorcycle really quickly and we'll do a walk around on this one. Again, it's a 2025 Harley Davidson Street Glide Ultra, which means basically a touring pack and backrest and bags and all that and lower fairings. It's whiskey fire and black, two-tone paint with a black chrome. So it's one of their top tier paint jobs. And I love this color. It's very orangey. It doesn't really look so in the video as much as in real life, but it's a beautiful color and I love it. So 117-inch Milwaukee 8, 105 horsepower, 130 pounds of torque, effortless cruising, totally adjustable suspension in the rear, well at least compression and dampening. It handles amazing for its size. It's very, very agile for its size. All sorts of things, Apple CarPlay, a huge dash drawer for your iPhone, Rockford Fosgate speakers. You can listen in your helmet for if you have helmet speakers, or you can listen on these speakers, or you can mix them up. I'll tell you more about that. All sorts of storage spaces on the sides, locking side bags, a big trunk, top case, King Tour Pack. You can put 2 helmets in there. Beautiful lighting all around, beautiful colors. Comfy, unique seat, floorboards, passenger and driver. Very cool batwing fairing with LED lights. This thing has a tar windshield. I love it. It drives so nice, and custom badging. Look at that old school badging, very cool. I'll give you a quick sound check here. It has stock exhaust, so it's not super loud. There it is, and you can just see there is the big dash. You can see it. It has navigation and maps and all sorts of stuff. So guys, that's gonna do it for me. I wanted to really just go over my decision. I'll give you all sorts of content on this motorcycle. Stay tuned on my channel. I'm one of the, I guess, one of the first new owners. I mean, there's a lot, but not a lot of YouTubers out there. And I tell you right now, all the YouTubers that are talking about it in a way that is different. I'm gonna talk about it as an owner. I think as an owner that you will ride this motorcycle. I might not be the traditional Harley Davidson buyer. I don't have skulls and black leather and all that, but you know what? This bike is so welcoming to all. You guys are really gonna enjoy this. Whether you're an old school Harley biker, whether you're new to motorcycling and just wanna get into a touring kind of bike, it's the best kind of touring machine there is out there. I did consider other motorcycles and I'll talk about those later. But guys, I really wanna know, bucket list engaged. I want to ride the highs, no regrets. Please follow along my channel. We'll catch you on the next episode.